It's Friday, July 10, and time for the Barbados Today Evening Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Topping the news, 14 people, including a pregnant woman, received medical assistance today following a suspected gas leak in the city. Workers at building number 6 in Harbour Industrial Road had to evacuate the premises around 9:45 this morning after management detected the odor. All 14 complained of respiratory problems and vomiting. 9 of them were treated on site, and the other 5, including the expectant mother, were referred to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for further assessment. A number of emergency services, including the fire and police, doctors from the QEH, and ambulance personnel, officials from the Environmental Department and the National Petroleum Service responded to the call. However, following a sweep of the building, officials were unable to locate a gas leak, but an offensive odor was detected. The all clear was given a couple of hours later. The Barbados Investment Development Corporation says it will file an application on Monday for the court to rule on the impasse with the National Union of Public Workers over the dismissal of 10 workers over the age of 60. The latest round of talks last night ended in no agreement on the matter. BIDC Chairman Benson Straker says he is satisfied that the company has done everything possible and has acted in full accordance of the law in trying to solve the issue. However, he says it's now up to the courts to decide.
Having reviewed its original position, that is with respect to the application of its intention to make the application before the court, the corporation reviewed the original retirement package for the 10 officers and presented a position that those officers that period will be extended for a further 3 months to December 31st, 2015. With all benefits accruing as they were at September the 30th. The National Union of Public Workers, through its representatives, totally rejected and in fact countered that their only position was they want the rehiring of the officers and or the payment of those persons up to age 67.
Meantime, the NUPW was still meeting this evening to determine Phase 3 of industrial action. Last night, the union's acting General Secretary, Roslyn Smith, made it clear that her members would not be dependent on the BIDC's court action to rule on the matter. The new head of the National Trust is highlighting the organization's contribution to the island's tourism industry. Noted Caribbean historian Dr. Lennox Honeychurch took up the post on July 1st. He tells Barbados Today the trust is even more important given the prospect of competition from Cuba, given its normalization with relations with the U.S.
Especially at this time, there is really a sense of urgency because of the fact that the tourism industry in these islands requires far more additional attractions than just the traditional sea and sand. And especially with Cuba opening up and the massive amount of attractions that Cuba has in terms of heritage, for instance. Cuba has well over 11 World Heritage sites in one island alone. Here in Barbados, we just have one, and places like St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts have also World Heritage sites. But when you realize that over the next few years, Cuba is going to be a major challenge for tourism to the Eastern Caribbean, we must do everything we can to promote the sites that we have.
Some entertainment news now, and entertainers of the Sweet Soca Royale and the Party Monarch competitions say they are raring and ready to hit the big stage. Some of the finalists made the declaration after pulling their positions for both competitions this morning on CBC's festival stage for the July 26th show at Bushy Park.
I think it's going to be a fantastic show at night. No, I've been advocating for that since 2011. I'm glad that the NCF has taken it later in the evening. It's going to be cooler. The fireworks will be used by the Sweet Soca crew more effectively. You'll see them more effectively. You will see the screens a lot better. So I think moving it tonight is a fantastic idea and it all makes for a better show.
Very happy with them. Very, very happy with my numbers. Number 9 is Sweet Soca. last thing people will see in that particular competition. So, you know, I'm going to be looking to make that performance special.
I was asking myself at one point, what do I enter this competition for? Because I'm so much accustomed to being in the comfort zone of just doing it pickety crop for the last few years. But I decided last year, after I have my surgery and everything this year, once everything is good, I'm going to enter the competition. I know it's a big risk, but everything is feeling good.
You know, expect little work, expect hype, expect energy, expect more, you know? And I'm just happy to be back in the competition. You know, it's something that I love, although I'm in the middle of putting on my, this is Rick Night of Champions concert. I still take a little time out to, because competition can be real stressful, but I'm doing it for the people, win or loss. I'm going to win.
In the Sweet Soca Finals, defending monarch Big E Irie will be performing at number 4. First-timer and one of the 2 females in the lineup, Imani, will be the first to hit the stage. She will be followed by Hypersounds, TC, Mr. Dale, Edwin Yearwood, RPB, and iWeb, with Nikita as the reserve. Reigning party monarch Gog will take to the stage after Adrian Clark, who's number 1, followed by iWeb, Hypersounds, King Bubba, Blood, Mikey, and Peter Ram.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank, got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank, ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my banks.
To regional news now, a court ruling in Guyana paves the way for former President Barack Jagdeo to make another bid for the post. Acting Chief Justice Ian Chang yesterday ruled that the presidential term limit is unconstitutional without the approval of the people through a referendum. We get more in this Capital News report.
In what could be considered a victory for Jagdeoites in the opposition People's Progressive Party, Acting Chief Justice Ian Chang today has ruled that the current two-term limit imposed on presidents is unconstitutional. Cedric Richardson had brought the challenge in the High Court in 2014 after it was rumored that Jagdeo, who served 2 terms as president from 2001, was seeking a 3rd term. The action by Richardson to preempt Jagdeo's run for the presidency could be seen as the right one, although Jagdeo has time and again strenuously denied that he was interested in any position in government. All that changed in the run-up to the May 11 elections, as Jagdeo was made one of the standouts of the PPP's campaign and is now firmly ensconced on the PPP's list of candidates for the National Assembly. Jagdeo reportedly has his party's overwhelming support for election as opposition leader when the PPP takes up its seat in the National Assembly.
And on the international scene, we headed to northern Bangladesh, where at least 23 people are dead and 50 others injured in a stampede during a clothes giveaway. According to police, hundreds of people rushed through a small gate into a factory compound before dawn to get the free garments, causing a crush.
You're looking at pictures of the aftermath. Authorities fear the death toll may rise. The stampede took place in Dhaka, outside the gates of a tobacco factory.
And that report from the BBC brings us to the end of our Barbados Today updates for this week. We will be back again first thing Monday morning. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We're also on Channel 101 online TV, as well as Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Please, whatever you do this weekend, do it responsibly.